Welcome to what Clemson folks call the original Death Valley. Stop and take in this scene, one of the great environments in the sport, and this place is charged up today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Tigers will kick this deep to begin the game. And the kick goes out of bounds. How about this for a start? Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. It's Glenn. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he never had a chance. Tackled in the backfield.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. He'll hand it off. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And a low line drive, ugly punt. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Trying to find room. It's Haynes. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To throw, it's Klubnik. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Dixon. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They'll try the option play here. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs. The Tigers' offense is on the move now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A 1st down drop here in the middle of the field. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Pass not complete. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game that you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Humphreys. And he gets it out to the 28. Tackled right there. Florida State offense on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
2nd down after that previous play. Looking to pass, it's Glenn. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before it in 1st down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made on the out route. He'll go down, but he does have first down yardage.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
The Seminoles come to the line in a hurry-up.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. Tough running there. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Touchdown, Florida State. Number 13 in the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
7, Clemson, 3.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Tackle at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion makes it second down. Single back takes the handoff. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To the air, it's Klubnik. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Grab behind the line. Hits Brown. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Can he take it all the way? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. You come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Important second down play coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
And now they'll run it on the draw. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. And the Seminoles pick up enough to get a first down there. Gonna run it. It's Lucas. Finding some room at the 25. Nobody can bring him down. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
See if they can convert the point after. No problem with the PHC. The lead 14-3. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. He's going to take off here. Slides to avoid the big hit. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. This will likely be the last play of the half. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. And he's going to launch it deep again. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a huge gain there, but that's it for this period. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Noles will kick this away to begin the second half. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. He's tackled at the 17, so it'd been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the second half to keep it on the ground.
He's brought down at the 18-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run the option. Fighting off the defender. He'll toss it to the back. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fighting him off. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Offense getting set. It's second down. The shotgun, handoff inside. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Well, the defense was all over the field in the first half, and as we see here, more of the same to start this third quarter. Big question to me is, now you got a fourth down. You look at that scoreboard, almost start to wonder, should I go for this?
Bringing it back, it's Humphreys. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Florida State. He'll stroll into the end zone. An electrifying play, Kirk. He was just a better athlete than the guys trying to stop him on that coverage team.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by this returner. But let's also not forget the blocks. Some key blocks there that set this return up and eventually got him into the end zone.
No problem on the extra point, and the lead is 21-3 now.
That makes the score. Florida State, 21. Clemson.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away.
Set to kick off.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out.
Returner brings it out to the 20. And your Clemson Tigers take over. First and 10.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Defense is coming after him. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It is intercepted. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And on the carry, he's heading left. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. Same tailback, another carry. Refusing to be brought down before gaining 1st down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Gonna run it. It's Lucas. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here's the 2nd down play. Back to pass. It's Glenn. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the Knowles will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This one will be fair caught.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 21, Clemson 3.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32. And the Tigers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Man, that is a big play by this offense. Now they move the ball into the red zone. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you better be ready because the momentum that they've created, they're probably going to take a shot to the end zone right here.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. The Tigers come to the line with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Clemson.
They'll try to run it with the option. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
2nd down and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. Look, if you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. You saw that exactly on this score right here.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. I believe we can line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Hand off to the right side. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
It's a fumble.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Fighting off the tackler. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. And momentum really building. Now, Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels. They're applying more pressure, and they come up with a sack here.
Oh, and he dropped it. You do not see that very often from this guy. He's going to bring up third down.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he slings this pass over the middle. He's picked for a third time tonight. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
35, Clemson, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. To throw, it's Klubnik. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches. Second down, looking to throw it. Rifles this football to the left. Tipped and then drops. A chance to make a play, but instead it's third down. Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Third down, out of the shotgun. Quick throw over the middle. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them. And here's the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Second down play coming up for this offense.
They'll work the clock here with their running game. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Fights off a defender.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here comes a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end. Will show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented.
Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Florida State. And the route is on. And they'll set up now for the extra point try.
26 with the carry.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more.
That means
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
10.
Return starts from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. It's been a rough game for this offense. A consolation touchdown is all they're playing for at this point. Quick throw, testing the middle. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. No chance to catch him.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. First down here for this offense. And there's the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Second down.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football where you walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.